I've read reports that you retired. Are you still working? Or?
I'm still working, but won't be too much longer probably. I'm old enough to have retired a while back, and I'm the luckiest coach in the world, really. You know, to have been able to work at a place like this with people like these folks that are here. I mean, it's just what a blessing for me and my family. Yeah.
Yeah. What does it say? All these coaches, Arnsparger, Archer, Nader, Saban, Miles, they all kept you. The one guy, do not lose Sam Nader. Don't let this guy get out the door.
Well, no, I think it really was more the job. If I was still coaching on the field, Jacques, I wouldn't be here if I'd have stayed. But Jerry Stovall talked me into being the recruiting coordinator instead of an on-the-field coach. And once I got in that job, then most transitions happen during recruiting time. And so recruiting coordinators, most places end up staying and helping through the transition. And really that's the reason I have stayed.
Yeah. Well, if there's 100 guys on a roster and you've been here 45 years and the roster turns over every 3 or 4 years, you literally have seen, what, 4,000 players come through here or something like that?
I don't know what that count would be, but a lot of them, and you know, just that's one of the blessings right there.
You got any great memories of coaches that you worked with? Or,
oh,
you know,
gosh.
You know, he says, Darren says, and he's right, you should write a book. If anyone should write a book, Sam Nader.
Yeah, well, I've already told you I got old-timer's disease, so I've forgotten too much of it to make it any good.
You need a ghostwriter. You need somebody to poke you. Sam, remember 1985, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, if somebody would prompt me, I probably would remember most of it, yeah.
Okay. Ed Orgeron. I know he was disappointed with last year. Of course, last year was really funky in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
What about just watching him in this building every day, the fire he has and wanting to be a consistent power?
Well, the first word that always comes to my mind about him is passion. He's so passionate about the game and about team, being part, you know, he was part of good teams growing up, state championship in high school, that kind of thing. And it means so much to him to be part of team, and that's the thing he wants from our team, I think, as much as anything, is for them to be a real team. And I tell you, I'm so impressed with the job he's done. Even last year, maybe more last year than any time, to keep that team together when everybody was gone and still leaving and all that was going on, and to keep that team together and then to finish with those 2 victories, it's pretty special.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, can I ask you about him? I mean, you saw this guy play, you saw him come in. I mean, wow, just
special, yeah, special player, special person, and you know, I give Joe's family credit a lot. His dad's a coach, and so he grew up with it. And most coaches' sons have a little different temperament, and Joe had that. And of course, he has special talent, but he's also got special determination, work ethic, those kind of things at the highest level. Yeah.
The 19 team, they all seem to have special parents, I felt, or a special upbringing, from Clyde to Patrick to Lloyd to Joe, just on down the line, Fahoko.
Yeah.
I mean, just good kids, it seemed like.
Oh, man. Well, that's part of it. When you get a group with physical ability that have that kind of, that are high character kids like that group was, and if you go back and look at the really good teams, you're going to find that, I think. Our trainer, Jack Marucci, keeps up with that kind of stuff a lot, and he'll tell you that there's a real correlation, you know, between attitude intelligence, commitment, those kinds of intangible things, real correlation with winning football games.
Yeah. We talked to Jack a year ago, and sometimes people think of a manager as a guy who like wraps ankles and puts ice on somebody's shoulder, but this guy is like he's a genius.
Oh, God, yeah.
What he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got really, really good. I mean, our coaching staff's great. Our support group's great too. You know, Doug O'Quinn. Doug makes a good story for you sometimes. You know, his dad was the video guy for the Saints for many years. Doug grew up helping his dad with that kind of stuff, and went into the business, and he's as good as there is in the country, you know.
Kevin Faulk. You've been knowing Kevin Faulk for 25, 26 years?
Yeah, maybe more than that. He came to camp when he was in like the 6th grade here.
Yeah.
So.
Some people say Kevin Faulk is the most important recruit in LSU history over the last 25, 30 years, even more than Burrow, for what he meant to the program and everything. I mean, I just want to know.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. I think Kevin is pretty special in LSU history. It was a down time. He was Coach DiNardo's first recruit, you know, a major recruit that everybody in the world was after. And the program, he started as a freshman, and the program got going, and we went to 3 bowl games those first 3 years. So it kind of, it boosted the program back to being really competitive. The other thing is Kevin's one of those guys that affects the rest of the team. He is probably the best practice player that we've had in the time I've been at LSU. He loved to play the game, and he rubbed off on the other guys. And that's part of why things got going good again, I think.
Tyrann Mathieu, too. I mean, look at what he's done with his life.
Oh, man. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Yeah. His
Tremendous.
picture's on the wall right outside the door there. I don't know if you notice it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I see it everywhere, right?
He made a donation for help when they were building or remodeling this building to help with this player lounge.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, isn't that wonderful? And that's a thing within a human being. You know, he had the inner power to recover and make something good out of something that could have gone the other way.
This has been amazing. Thanks for doing it, man. Thanks for chatting with us.
Glad
I could talk to you all day,
Thank
man.
you.